Nvidia, man, they're on fire lately. Their stock is skyrocketing. Everybody in AI wants a piece of them. It's like they've hit the jackpot. But, we're digging into this article today from the Motley Fool, and it got us thinking, could a company called Cerebras actually shake things up?
See, what's interesting here is Cerebras has a totally different strategy, like way different. And they're not being quiet about it either. They're building these chips, right? And these chips are massive. We're talking the size of an entire silicon wafer, Nvidia's best stuff. It's like tiny compared to this.
Talk about bold. Why go so big? Like, what's the thinking there?
It's all about the data, see? They're betting everything on data movement being the biggest problem in AI processing. Imagine, like, you're putting together a puzzle, a huge puzzle, but the pieces are all over a giant room. You'd spend forever just walking around to get them right. Cerebras figures, why not put all the pieces, all the data, right there on the chip itself?
So it's like creating a super highway for data, no more traffic jams, slowing everything down.
You got it. Less travel time, way faster processing, and get this, the CEO, he's actually claiming their top-of-the-line chip is 20 times faster. Not just a little bit, 20 times faster than Nvidia's best.
Hold on, 20 times. That's a bold claim if I've ever heard one. But let's zoom in a bit here. The article, it mentions that Cerebras gets most of its money from one customer. That's different from Nvidia, right? They've got customers everywhere. What does that mean for Cerebras in the long run?
Well, it definitely makes you think. On the one hand, it tells you they might be onto something huge. Someone's willing to bet big on this new tech, right?
Yeah, someone's putting their money where their mouth is.
For sure. But then you got to ask, can Cerebras make this work with other customers? Can they grow? Or are they stuck relying on this one big fish?
It's like a new restaurant.
Yeah.
Amazing chef, everyone's raving about the food, but they've only got one table. Can they really compete with those places that are packed every night?
Love that analogy. And don't forget, in the AI chip world, Nvidia's like the place with Michelin stars. Been
Yeah.
at the top forever.
And Nvidia's got the software too, right? That CDA language, it's like the gold standard. You work in AI, you got to know a CDA.
It's like the universal language of AI. You said it.
Okay, but here's where things get wild. Cerebras is out there saying in their software, it makes CDA irrelevant.
Whoa. If they can actually pull that off, talk about a game changer. Imagine no more needing to learn this whole language, CUDA. It would open up AI development to way more people.
So it's not just, hey, our chip is faster. It's a whole new way of doing things, they're saying. But come on, NVIDIA's not just going to sit there and watch this happen. What do you think they'll do?
NVIDIA, they're not messing around, right? They've got this whole system built up. The hardware, the software, all works together. I mean, it's not just about the chips, right? You've got the tools, the libraries, all these partners they work with. It's everything you need if you want to actually build something with AI.
So even if Cerebra's, on paper, their tech is better, how do you get developers to switch over? They already know NVIDIA, they're comfortable. It's like learning a whole new language.
It's the big problem for any new tech. Developers, they want what works, what's reliable, and something that gives them a clear reason to switch. Changing things up, that always costs time, energy, money even.
So what does Cerebras need to do? How do they break through?
Couple things. First off, they got to prove it. Their chip is faster, more efficient, all that, prove it. Not just in some lab, but with real-world stuff. And not just one specific thing, lots of different AI applications.
So it's the real deal, not just hype.
Exactly. Number two, make it easy. Developers, they should be able to just jump in and use their software. If it's as good as they say, that's huge. Imagine building AI stuff with, way less code, way less hassle.
Like taking a shortcut, but it actually gets you there faster.
Exactly. But even then, NVIDIA's no slouch. They know how to innovate. They're not going to just let someone eat their lunch.
It's a chess match, high stakes. You make a move, you got to be ready for what they do next. And it's more than just those two, right? What about Google? Microsoft. They're pouring money into AI hardware and software too.
Oh yeah, this is a battle royale for AI. Cerebras and Nvidia, they're the hot topic now, but someone else could come out of nowhere, right? Some whole new approach, you never know.
That's what makes it so exciting. What seems crazy today is normal tomorrow.
Totally.
Okay, so we've talked tech, we've talked competition, but what about, you listening right now? Why should you care about these giant AI chips?
Because, and I can't stress this enough, this stuff, it's going to change our lives. AI already is, right? Healthcare, transportation, entertainment, it's everywhere. And these chips, the faster they are, the faster AI gets better.
So faster chips, that means smarter AI assistants? better medical diagnoses, maybe even safer self-driving cars. This is stuff that affects everyone.
100%. It's bigger than just companies fighting. This is about what we can do with AI, what's possible. That's exciting.
Absolutely. Now, you might be thinking, okay, but the Cerebras, they're small, right? They haven't really proven anything yet, so why are we talking about them now?
Their IPO, it's a big deal. They go public, they get more money, they can grow faster, and everyone gets to see, the tech, the numbers, everything. It's make or break time.
This is their big debut, like, we're here, get used to it.
Exactly. If they do well, great, more investors, everybody's happy. If not, well, it's not going to be pretty. Big risk, big reward.
They're putting it all on the line, saying this is the future.
It's going to be fascinating.
And it reminds you, sometimes the most exciting stuff, it's not the big guys, it's these smaller companies trying something new.
And speaking of new, we haven't even gotten to how they keep these monster chips cool. Pretty clever, actually.
This whole Cerebras versus Nvidia thing, it really makes you think.
It kind of throws the rule book out the window.
Totally. Like, is bigger always better in tech?
Yeah.
That's what Cerebras is banking on, right?
Yeah.
But Nvidia's got this whole ecosystem.
It's like, do you put all your eggs in one basket, one really big basket, or spread them around?
That's a good way to put it. Cerebras, they're all in on this wafer-sized chip. Nvidia, they've got the connections, the software, the trust.
That kind of stuff, that takes time,
So for everyone listening, here's the thing. This is a turning point. What these companies do now, it'll affect all of us down the line.
Imagine the possibilities. If Cerebras pulls it off, we could see AI stuff that's way faster, way more powerful. But if it's about what's easier to use, who's got the bigger network, maybe Nvidia stays on top.
It's like the future of AI, it's a choose-your-own-adventure story.
Yeah.
And we're all waiting to see what happens next. This IPO, this is just the beginning.
Absolutely.
So what can you do? Pay attention. This whole battle for AI chips, it's far from over. And honestly, we haven't even mentioned some of the other players out there. Some really wild stuff, different approaches.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be interesting.
There you have it. A deep dive into AI chips, who's shaking things up, and the stuff that's going to shape the future of tech. Maybe it got you thinking, too. A new question you want to explore, something you're curious about, hold on to that, and we'll catch you on our next deep dive.